Love him or hate him, you can't deny that Zuckerberg has mastered the art of wielding influence. He co-founded Facebook, now Meta, and turned it into a global powerhouse, changing the way billions of people connect and communicate. But what can we learn from his approach to power, and how can you apply these strategies to dominate in your own life? Today, we're breaking down the key lessons from Zuckerberg's playbook on power and influence, and how you can use them to become more effective, respected, and unstoppable. Stick around until the end, because I'll reveal one game-changing strategy that can transform the way people perceive and respect you. Welcome to Chad Guys, the brotherhood where we teach you how to think like a high-value man, command influence, and build lasting success. If you're serious about becoming powerful and respected, hit that subscribe button and join the Chad Guys Army. Let's get into it. Lesson number 1, start small but think big. When Zuckerberg started Facebook, it was just a simple social networking site for Harvard students. But he always had a bigger vision in mind, connecting the entire world. This mentality, starting small but thinking big, allowed him to gain early traction, then scale his influence globally. The lesson here is that power and influence often start with small actions, but they grow exponentially when you have a massive vision. Pro tip, don't underestimate small beginnings. Whether you're starting a side hustle, building a network, or learning a new skill, begin with what you have, but keep your eyes on a bigger prize. Set ambitious goals for the long term, but take action today to move closer to that vision. People are drawn to leaders who have a big picture in mind, but can also execute on the small details. Take it from Zuckerberg. Having a grand vision isn't enough. You have to take practical steps to bring it to life. Map out a strategy, work consistently, and watch as your influence grows over time. When people see that you're going places and have a purpose, they'll be more likely to follow and support you. Lesson number 2, build a network and leverage connections. Zuckerberg didn't build Facebook alone. He leveraged the skills, ideas, and connections of the people around him. From co-founders like Eduardo Saverin to early mentors and investors like Sean Parker. One of the smartest things you can do is build a strong network and use your connections strategically. Power comes from being able to influence not just individuals, but entire groups of people. Bro tip, be intentional about networking. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and can help you grow. Attend events, join online communities, and don't be afraid to reach out to people you admire. Networking isn't about using people. It's about building genuine relationships that can open doors and create opportunities. Zuckerberg understood that to scale Facebook, he needed the right allies. He partnered with tech giants, brought in top talent, and formed relationships that amplified his influence. You can do the same in your own life. Invest time in building your network, and soon you'll find that your influence extends beyond just yourself. People will start opening doors for you, and your reputation will grow. Lesson number 3, control the narrative. One of Zuckerberg's most powerful strategies is his ability to control the narrative. Whether it's through strategic announcements, partnerships, or how he positions himself and Meta in the media, he ensures that he's steering the conversation. By being proactive in shaping how the world views him and his company, he keeps a level of influence over public perception. Bro tip, take control of your own narrative. You can't always control what people think, but you can influence how they perceive you. Be intentional about the image you project, both in real life and online. This means being mindful of how you speak, how you dress, and how you present your achievements. If you want to be seen as a leader, act like one. Share your successes, but also be transparent about your values and vision. Social media is a powerful tool, but only if you use it wisely. Instead of mindlessly posting, think about how your content reflects your personal brand. Make sure your online presence aligns with the image you want to project. Zuckerberg uses his platforms to showcase innovation and progress. You can do the same by posting content that highlights your strengths and ambitions. Remember, you're the author of your own story, so write a narrative that people want to be a part of. Lesson number 4, don't be afraid to take risks. Zuckerberg has made some bold moves throughout his career, from acquiring Instagram and WhatsApp to pivoting Facebook toward the metaverse. These decisions weren't without risk, but they paid off massively. Taking calculated risks is a crucial part of wielding power and influence. If you always play it safe, you'll never stand out or grow. Pro tip: embrace calculated risks. The key word here is calculated. Don't be reckless, but don't be afraid to take chances when the potential reward outweighs the risk. This could mean investing in your education, starting a business, or even taking on a challenging project at work. The more risks you take and succeed at, the more people will respect you for your boldness. Zuckerberg's willingness to bet big on his vision is what has kept Meta at the forefront of innovation. Think about areas in your own life where you can take more calculated risks. Maybe it's pitching a new idea to your boss or finally launching that side project you have been dreaming about. Women and other men respect those who have the courage to take risks and the intelligence to back them up. Lesson number 5, play the long game. One of the most impressive things about Zuckerberg is his ability to think years, even decades ahead. While many people focus on short-term wins, he's always been focused on the long-term impact of his decisions. The metaverse might seem like a far-off concept, but Zuckerberg is investing in it now to secure Meta's dominance in the future. Playing the long game is essential if you want to build lasting power and influence. Pro tip: think about the legacy you want to leave. What do you want your life to look like in 5, 10, or 20 years? Start making decisions today that align with that vision. Invest in your future self, whether it's through acquiring new skills, building financial security, or creating something meaningful that will outlast you. When you play the long game, you make decisions that put you ahead of the competition and set you up for lasting success. Thinking long-term doesn't mean you ignore the present. It means you make strategic choices that contribute to your bigger picture. People are drawn to men with a vision, and they respect those who think beyond the immediate. When you start making decisions with your future self in mind, you'll become more strategic, more focused, and more influential. Bonus tip: use the power of quiet influence. One of Zuckerberg's lesser-known strategies is his use of quiet influence. He doesn't always make the loudest moves, but he's always working behind the scenes to steer outcomes in his favor. Quiet influence is about observing, listening, and understanding before making your move. It's about being strategic and using subtle ways to influence people and situations. Instead of always being the loudest in the room, learn to observe and listen first. Pay attention to what motivates people, then use that knowledge to influence them effectively. This could be in negotiations, team meetings, or even social interactions. People are often more receptive to subtle influence than aggressive tactics. Use this to your advantage. Practice being the guy who doesn't always need to be in the spotlight, but is always 3 steps ahead. Women find strategic and composed men attractive, and other men will respect your ability to influence without making a scene. So how do you use power and influence like Mark Zuckerberg? Start small but think big. Build a strong network, control your narrative, take calculated risks, and always play the long game. And remember, quiet influence can be just as powerful as bold moves. Adopt these strategies, and you'll start to command more respect and authority in your life. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and join the Chad Guys Army. We're here to help you think like high-value men, dominate your goals, and build influence that lasts. Stick with us, and you'll learn how to wield power like the world's most successful leaders.